First episode of Subnautica. Welcome to my Mustache and Me, where we play games we haven't played before for the internet, or at all. In this case, at all. So, we're just gonna get to it. This game involves water. I'm reasonably certain about that. Alright, there's the various modes. We're gonna play survival mode. There will be hunger and thirst. If that annoys me too much, we'll go to freedom at some point. But survival sounds good. Alright, it looks like we are crash landing. Or rather, in the midst of crashing. I don't know about landing. Fly, yes. Land, no. Oh no. Abandoned ship, oh no. Hello, Quinny. Alright, we got an escape pod thing. That's good. You see, I haven't seen this game in ages. I've never played it before. I don't know anything about it, beyond that water is definitely involved. Looks like we're, this wouldn't be re-entry because we probably haven't been to this planet before. Little bit of looking around. Fire extinguisher on the floor. We're stuck. We are unstuck. Yeah, I've heard many good things about it. The music is wonderful, very engaging stuff. Alright. Left trigger to use items. Alright, the music gets to chill for a little bit. And we're gonna poke the wall. That's very useful. Emergency mode. How realistic.
You have
oh, hey, Q.
Minor head trauma. This is considered a nocturnal
Hey, Chase.
outcome.
How are you?
This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice.
Alright, so now all it wants to do is keep me alive, and it won't help me with any other thing. Good! Alright, so the select button, although it's a couple of squares, opens and closes the personal deck assistant. Personal data abilities. Titanium. Basic building material is titanium? That's good. Alright, she's proud. They're proud. The computer is proud. We're all very proud. Alright, so we already have the ability to make a couple of things. Alright. I've suffered minor head trauma. Oh no! This is considered an optimal outcome. Well, that's good news. This PDA is now rebooted in emergency mode to keep you alive on an alien world. Yes. It's optimal that I got hit on the head. That's good. Use repair tool, but I don't have a repair tool. This will be a problem. We must find a repair tool. Deployables? No, I don't. Alright, so we don't know how to make a sea glide or a mobile vehicle bay. We do know how to make one of those, but we don't have the stuff. Tools. Repair tool. Alright. That's apparently what we need. Unless there's one like sitting in a wall somewhere. Yeah, I saw that the ship was crashing. Alright, what's here? Flares. Filtered water. Nutrient blocks. Delicious. Alright. But I don't have a repair tool. Alright, without a ladder, I guess that's everything we get in here, right? It looks like we've got everything. Alright. Oh. Nice! Okay. Well then.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Alright. Got some flares, got some water, got some stuff. And, you know, it felt safer in here. But I'm pretty sure that we, that we gotta walk out of it sometime, right? Oh, we could walk underneath too? Certainly seems like a choice. Alright. Oxygen is at a 45. Acid mushrooms, good. Good. That's like half of the O2, so we should go up. That one looked kinda big. Might be like a worrisome thing. I doubt it's anything near what I'll have to worry about. Hey, Sid. You say this game's kind of a horror game? Yeah, you know, anytime you're underwater, it does sort of feel like that. This music's fun. But yeah, no, I've never played it before. This thing looks important, right? Yeah. Hey, I found an item. That's good. Break limestone. Yeah.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Perfect. Yeah, unlikely but plausible. She's proud of me, that's what that means. There's something called a Reaper Leviathan? Yeah, people have already told me there's scary things in the game. So you haven't spoiled that. That, ooh, seems sketchy. Why don't we go into it? Oh no. Oh, it exploded. Unwise. Alright, so I was like, maybe we shouldn't go down here, but I'm already doing it. And instead, angry exploding fish. Alright, so that thing definitely looks like it'll bonk me with his tail. We're not gonna, like, convince it to happen, you know, it'll happen by accident, I'm sure. If I just behave poorly for long enough. Alright, we got a thing here. Seems good. No, we don't have a thing here. It just looked like it would be a thing. That is okay, too. That's a sort of uncomfortable sound in the deep. You know, they're not all kind whales, but what are you gonna do?
Oxygen.
Okay, so a bunch of acidic mushrooms that are not good for anything. But we did get, like, a whole salvage thing. Do we put that into a chair? Do we just... Please tell me there's not, like... it doesn't look like there's too much inventory size consideration yet. You know, we have avoided that, at least. Need a tool for the boxes. Try to grab a fish. Got it. So we can make the titanium out of that. And make the battery out of that.
New blueprint acquired.
Scans things. I mean, seems good.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints.
Eat something. It's like my own brain sometimes. All right, we're gonna chomp on a nutrient block, even though we totally don't have the reason for all that. All right, so the sun is going down. That doesn't seem totally ideal.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Continuing to monitor.
Do we go to bed at night, you know? Like, is there it doesn't really look like there's a place to lay down in this, you know. I guess you got your chairs. All right, yeah. This seems scary. Alright, so I suppose the thing to do is just jump in the water until something kills you. Alright, apparently I don't know how to use the scanner. That's alright.
Increased local radiation levels.
Well, that's good.
Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
Yeah, I tried to hold the button. It didn't work so well. Q, I don't know. I don't know if this game has respawning. I assume so, because there was a hardcore mode in it. So I assume there is. But, you know, you don't want to just, like, go die on purpose. You want to at least, like, act like you're trying to not die. At least the first couple of times. Before you find out whether or not it's hopeless. It says hold the right trigger, and then I do, and it doesn't do anything. Anyway, it sleeps at night. Is my controller even on? I mean, it is. Oh well. Usually you lose all the stuff you have. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, they got some cool bioluminescent stuff here. Why not?
Alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
So that is good. We're just gonna grab all the fish we see and scan stuff later. They're gonna, like, sort of chirp at us. That's not at all ominous. I've decided that we're okay with the chirping sounds. Now, look me in the eye. I wish to scan. It's not working. I'm not very good at this. A total scanning failure. Anyway, it says hit the right trigger, and then I, like, do it, and then it doesn't scan. I know what the right trigger is. It's this one. It makes me feel like woefully inadequate when the thing on the screen says do this, and then I try to do it, and think I'm doing it and it doesn't happen, it's okay. I'm fine. But you know, it's not perfect, is it? Those fish are called Gary fish, and I will never be able to scan them to figure out what they have. But I can scan myself. The bellowing in the deep is ominous. We're gonna stand up here. Alright. Maybe with those fish we can make something else that's cool. What do we got? No, the fabricator thing is here. So you can make filtered water through the fish. That's good news. Highly nutritious. Well, now we have to have it.
The
Yeah, DK.
fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
That is handy. Alright, so you can make a tank for more air, or you can make air pumps and then put pipes into the air pump. I guess we're not going to worry about that right now. We are going to have our cooked fish, which we don't need, and then go back outside at nighttime. It's not nighttime anymore. That's okay. No, it's not gonna scan. That's all right. It doesn't matter. Let's go down to the bottom and try to find some more copper. Hey, here's some salvage. This is good. The soundtrack's so fun. Giant coral tubes. Why don't I break them? I'm a terrible person.
Oxygen.
Inventory full. Truly the worst thing anybody can ever see in a game. You know, the one thing I can say about our main character here is they're incredibly brave and super in shape. You know, it would be hard to find a person who, like, did a space thing and then, like, was brave enough to go into water and, like, you know, enough of a strong swimmer to make something of it, you know. It'd be hard to have all of them. Alright, so we grabbed some more titanium there. Make a tank. I mean, we could make a locker, but there's literally no point. What? I mean, I guess there is, because I could put my stuff that I don't know where to put it into it. Alright, I've discovered a point for the locker. Oh, I don't have enough titanium? Maybe? I don't know. It says I have 4. Oh, I have to pick this up first. But I can't, because my inventory's full. Right. Hello, cameraman. Hello. Alright, how do you drop things? How do you... Not like that. Alright, it doesn't seem to have a hotkey. It doesn't. Okay. I can drop stuff when I'm out of the pod? Ah, I understand. And then later, hopefully, we'll never see that stuff again. Often in games, I'll drop stuff and then pick it up again, and then, you know, it leads me to immediately... you know, either becoming overcome with rage or becoming, you know, undercome with rage, which is equally dangerous, because I'll just, like, quit playing a game if I get annoyed with an inventory. I do it to so many good games. It's not hard to kick me out of a party. Quartz. A creature egg, that seems unwise, but we're gonna steal it anyway. I mean, acquire it.
Oxygen.
Found another egg, that's cool. You know, unless it's evil, you know, it's really hard to tell.
Oxygen.
This looks like a boat. A swivel chair?
Oxygen.
This is just like parts of our broken ship, I guess. You say silicone will help me craft things? Perhaps. Limestone chunk. Beat it. Yeah, the chair would have been great, you know, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, not a lot of salvage here in the shadow of this wreckage.
Fluid intake immediately.
Yeah.
Oxygen. Vital signs stabilizing.
Yes, it for sure, you know, it can, oh, that looks sort of, dangerous, doesn't it? It's a stalker. Yeah, it definitely seemed like it wanted to eat me. Yes, the sound design is very good. Because even just, like, the sort of, like, calm sounds of the local, you know, creatures can be very distracting. Alright, here's where the storage is at, so we can just, like, throw all the things in there. Like, all of them? Yeah, like, all of them. No, the salvage is too big. We're probably supposed to salvage it.
New blueprint acquired.
Alright, so you can make glass. And we need silver plus a tank plus some glass to get that. Alright. We'll worry about that, you know, never. And then you can put all the titanium into a bar, which you need for other stuff.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continue
Sure.
to monitor.
Alright, so silicone from a creepvine seed cluster, and we just want to... Yeah, so you can put all the titanium into the one ingot and then make it, you know, get there quicker. We're probably just going to go ahead and do this. And then, of course, you know, we'll just, you know, we'll leave our stuff here in the survival area. And then if we have to come back, you know, you can, by come back, I mean get eaten by a fish, which I am sure is going to happen pretty soon. I don't want to be too cowardly, you know, I want to be brave, but I also, you know, in a survival game, there's basically two approaches, right? The first way is to die immediately on the rationale that you're going to come back. And the second way is to treat it like you're not going to die and that you're trying not to, at least until it happens. And then, once reincarnation has been established, then and only then do you do the Groundhog Day kind of thing. Maybe the scanner just says what things are called from slightly further away. I don't know. But we needed something called a creep vine cluster, which might be these things. These are kind of creepy and viney. Yes. And the clusters are nowhere to be found. Oh, there's another one of those angerfish around. No doubt they are stalking me, for that is their name. The good news is I saw him. The bad news is, well, we didn't end up with any silicones, so we are still decidedly unknifed. Yes, I quite agree. We need a knife, you know. In any survival situation, a knife is what you need. No doubt. But I don't have one. I think he's right to my right, isn't he? Yep. Well, you know, if you just dodge him... Anyway, that could have been smarter. I thought I saw his tail, and then I was like, now I really think I see him. Not ideal. Not ideal. Man, you really can't see under here. But I don't want acid mushrooms. I guess we're just now carrying the fish in our hand. That's what we're doing? Okay. So I can, like, I can pick it up and, like, hold it in the direction of my enemies. I see. That totally makes sense. I don't know. I'm probably just being too timid. We should probably just go out to the ship and get eaten by something. Why not do it at night, after all? There's no reason not to. We'll go underwater because it's easier to see here. And also, so that way if we get eaten by a creepy crawly thing, it'll seem like a smarter idea. Anyway, the more we swim in this direction, the more I feel that this is probably unwise. But it doesn't matter, right?
Vital signs stabilizing.
Well, that's good news. I'm glad the computer approves. Because, like, I think trying to get to the ship is smarter than trying to worry about other considerations, right? If you can see it, why not swim? We probably should have swam in the daytime. It's going all Geiger countery. Well, apparently the ship is useless. You say I'm gonna get eaten by a giant reaper? Look, everybody's gotta go sometime.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
So, that weird place will have some interesting stuff that'll be different than this weird place. I can only imagine how cocky this would make a person. Like, swimming around like a moron like this and not dying. Hello, the Fractal Enjoyer. You say Subnautica is cool? Yeah, this is the first time I've ever played it. Oh, yeah. I guess a lot of people are here from somewhere. Alright, so there's the thing that barely works. You know, the scanner. There's the thing that wants to eat me. The stalker over there. And we need to find out how to make a knife. Now it's daytime. So why not just go over here? Baby dog, you say I'm cool? Well, thank you. It's nice of you to say. So they've got like a nice creepy red forest down here, and this is like a sea moth fragment. Can I pick it up or not? I can't. Which is a little bit annoying, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Seconds. Oxygen.
You know, I've not used this scan. I've used the scanner on myself, and I have not successfully used it on anything at all. I have held it sideways like a gat in a movie, but you know, not actually used it on anything. I don't think. I've tried to hit the button. Believe me, I have tried so many times to hit the button. I've just done it wrong every time. I'm trying not to worry too much about it. Is this another weird egg thing? No, it is an acid mushroom. Useless. Oh no! Come on, buddy. Ow. Oh, well, I guess that's that. Absolute menace. Alright, I died and lost some belongings. Which ones? It doesn't matter, because we put all of our good stuff here in the box. Hey, we still have our eggs, so that's good. But anyway, so that's what happens when you die. You come right back to life, it's fine. You lose some belongings. Nothing could be less important to me. Look, when your goal is to become unencumbered by the physical plane, you know, losing some belongings is fine, actually. Is this a bunch of stuff? I do like stuff. Well, no. Not even a chair. Like, look at this blue thing. How's that blue thing not turning into something useful? Ridiculous. You can, like, point your left hand at it, kinda. It's sort of dusty looking, huh?
30 seconds.
So here's an angry-looking, dangerous-looking thing, probably. There's a stalker down there, and then there's that thing which burrows into the water and is now now swimming in my general direction. Not ideal, right? Yeah, they're having a real time. They are 1000% feeling feelings about me being around in their stuff. Anyway. And then there's another angry guy over in that direction. And here we are, totally knifeless. Grab trap fragment, pick it up. Pick it up! Oh. I hold the left button. And then I pick it up? I don't understand. Alright, so the pointing is important. I just don't know how. I don't get it. Alright, now I can make a counter? Sure. So apparently I'm just supposed to go and point this at everything. Not with the right trigger, but the left one. Yeah, the 30-second reminder is scary, because it didn't do that until I got the tank. Right? You know, Evan, you were saying counter is down there. I thought that fish that was down there that was angry was called the counter, you know. So you gotta understand that it's not that I'm ignoring you. I just didn't know that word was attached to that thing. I also didn't know you could point the scanner at stuff to pick it up, you know, because I had not done that before. But cool, we got a counter, which is just really a blueprint for a counter, right? So now we can build one using, you know, accessible things. Can we learn how to make this thing? Or that one? Can we scan this fish? Little land shark, a little oh, it is a shark, it's a sand shark.
Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core is in a critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Good news, guys. I am trying really hard to scan this sand shark. I'm doing, like, the sparrow method, where you get, like, up underneath them. But I fear that we're gonna not quite get the surface in time. Haha! Anyway, that sand shark must be pretty annoyed. Pretty annoyed indeed. Alright, we're just gonna... Do I have anything in the inventory? No, not worth saving. I guess we could figure out what a counter does. I assume you put things on them and then it's easier to count them once they're there. Habitat builder? What kind of game is this? Alright, so I don't know where the counter is. It doesn't matter. I don't see it anywhere. We're not going to worry about it. It is a shark. There are sand sharks that are much like that in our world. I assume Subnautica is a different planet. It could be ours. I don't know enough about our planet. Man, is that thing ever mad? Looking like the Land Before Time villain over here. Just murking random fish, screaming at me. Oh, and now we scan the chair and pick up the chair. Alright. Because we just looked at the chair earlier. That's not the same. When I was playing Hades, my favorite person in it is Sisyphus, obviously. Very, very obvious. But, you're supposed to, like, talk to his boulder. Just, like, one time, like, walk up and talk to it. But, like, the character says, say hi to Boldy. And then I, in real life, just go, hi, Boldy. Who's a good boulder? You know, that kind of thing. Beacon, fragment. Alright, and, yeah. And then later, there's an achievement for, like, reaching the end of the story. But you couldn't do it unless you had actually spoken. Giant coral tubes. Alright, now we've scanned them. And then I was like, oh, speak to... I was supposed to actually say hi to Boldy. And that was probably that other fragment thing that we saw on the ground. And I was like, sea grind fragment? That's useless. Anyway, you scan it with the left trigger. And most stuff you can't pick up anyway. Got it. Maybe only if it has a name? Okay, and now that I've studied it with a thing, we can pick the seeds. And that's how we get to the silicone.
30 seconds.
I think I had been at these clusters, but I was at the top where you can't really pick them.
Oxygen.
I was like, you can't get me. Furthermore, I'm gonna scan you. I'm gonna read about you whenever I get into my little boat. In here, I'm safe. Silicone, rubber, and titanium. Fins? That's not what I need. Yeah, that stalker he can stalk all he wants. So when it comes down to it, oh yeah.
Weapons were removed from standard survival.
I even did a cool little twirly thing with it. Very cool.
Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
I didn't listen to her talk about it. I was too busy twirling the knife.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden. Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Oh wow, those are... Yeah, we need to break those down into parts real quick.
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity.
That's clever.
Vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
Swimming was your favorite activity. Absolutely got me. All right. Where's Bro at now? I absolutely invite him to get some. I'm so brave when it's not my life on the line. Said weapons were removed from fabricators because of a massacre, but it's probably the exception. Ah, I see. I was like, I heard that like it was an exception, but I didn't hear all of it.
Intake recommended.
Spores that we could plant? We don't want to do that. Alright, we need to get back to the thing and eat some fish. Oh, we need to, these rays can't be caught by normal methods. And they are impervious to... Alright, apparently they can't be harmed. Maybe we'll read about that in the bestiary. It's hard to say. We got like some fish in here or something. Yeah. Rotten cooked boomerang. Oh, if you don't eat the fish fast enough, it's bad. We'll need to throw that out. A quantum detonation.
A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
It seemed like... There we go. There we go. Looks like that's all we have. All right. Irradiation suit. Fiber mesh and lead. Well, we don't have that, do we? Let's see what's going on. Everything's the exact same. Got it. So you can, like, harvest some things, like the writhing weeds. We can get the seeds and plant them, or something, I guess. But we're gonna, like, starve if we don't get some fish, so we should, get on that. Not the rays, they're invulnerable, you know, they can't be touched. Haha! Wanna go? Yes, you specifically. Oh, you're gonna go away now? Oh, now it's not fun? Now you're not having a good time? Where you at? Where you at? I lost him. Ah, man. Totally lost him.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
I mean, he totally doesn't want any, right? Like, I don't even think he landed a good hit on me, and I definitely drew some yellow blood there, you know. That stalker is sorry that I ever figured out how to make a knife. That is very clear. Yeah, I just, like, I stood my foot on the ground and used, like, my powerful persona to destroy his hopes.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too. Vital signs stabilizing.
That's pretty funny. She's like, don't be traumatized by this. You'll be fine. Anyway, we cooked the boomerang too long ago and it rotted. It's alright. Sometimes that's how it goes. We should salvage this before we go anywhere. Alright, so that stalker, is he gonna come back around for round 7? Because, you know, he was a total wimp. Yep, there he is. I saw his shadow. Oh no, what, you think you're tough? You think you're gonna get some salvage in your mouth? No, oh, now you wanna run? Oh, because I saw your shadow? Because I'm smart? Oh, because I'm quick? Is that what's up? You want to run now? Oh, you're gonna pick on that fish? I got 30 seconds of breath, bro. You gonna dive? You gonna go over there? I still know where you are. Yeah, I still know. I still know. You ain't anywhere. You ain't anywhere. I still got you, buddy. Never should have come outside today, boy. Yeah, you better run. I'm gonna send you back to mom in a cardboard box. Oh, you finally landed a hit? You must be proud. Yeah, that's real good. That's real good. It does have a lot of health, but the one thing it doesn't have is the idea that the only choice for he and I is to have this fight. Like, he probably thinks he's hunting. He's like, I'm gonna go eat a fish. Wrong. Wrong, dude. Wrong. Get some. He's gonna try to come in from above. You know, but we're just gonna back away.
Scans suggest this biome supports extensive
Where you at?
biodiversity and connects to
Oh man, I did lose him.
cave networks.
It's alright, these stalkers are cowards. There's no way he got behind me, right? Right. Man, I can't believe I let him get away, though. He's gonna heal up. We're gonna have to do this whole song and dance again later. Maybe he'll come back for more. You know, maybe he's got courage. Maybe he understands the stakes here. Let's catch some more fish. See if he'll dare to show his face. After all, we've no fear of him anymore. I mean, he's absolutely gonna wipe the floor with us one of these days. But, maybe not. Alright, the chair. We've already scanned this stuff.
Oxygen.
This thing just, like, likes to say the names of elements. Because, like, it was one thing to die to that little explosive fish thing. yeah, the smack talk was super effective. You know, some fish are very vulnerable to psychic attacks. You never know, you know, what a fish is made of until it's all on the line. Oh, and this just makes a new med kit every now and then? Okay. And then I can put these med kits in here. Allow myself to stockpile them. Alright, so now I know what I have to do. We're just gonna keep on getting lots of random junk that we don't need. Turning it into other things, that'll be good. You know, we could do this at the nighttime when we don't want to be outside, but... we should just salvage these things up because it takes up a bunch of space. And again, I know this would be more ideal at night when it's harder to do things, including run down the stalker who, like, you know, maybe one of those eggs was his. I don't know. However, I also don't care. That thing's days are numbered. So now I've got an extra storage locker underneath there for when I don't feel like going inside. That's the very important thing, you know. Everybody knows that if you have a base, you want like a secondary box outside of your base to put all your junk if you don't want to deal with it. All right. We're just going to look, see if that stalker is around. I kind of like this guy. I don't want to shank him. You know, he seems like a good bro. He didn't, like, hit me that one night that I was trying to scan him repeatedly or anything. A real gentleman. Cut creepvine with knife. Whoa! Yeah, you thought. You got too excited, didn't you, buddy? Got a little excited. You had to yell a little before, giving me enough time to avoid you. You see, that is why you will always lose. You lack the discipline. That is why you're running and I am chasing. Oh, you think you're gonna get me? No, wrong. Why? Because you trash. You're not quick. You're just a fish. If I was a fish, I would have caught you 12 times by now. Friggin' chump. Yeah, get some. Get some. Oh, you're coming back again? Your mama will not even recognize you. If I die of thirst while pursuing this rivalry, that is a price I'm willing to pay. But you know what won't happen? This chump ain't gonna be the one to put me in the ground. He got nothing. He got nothing. Oh, you got another buddy over there? Is that what's up? You're gonna have to get a whole gang together? Still couldn't kill me. Weak. If I was a fish, you would be so toast by now, bro. Weak. I gotta get more water. We gotta find bladderfish or something. We can't be pursuing those guys to total death. Oh no. That fish looked angry. Yeah, here we go. Bladderfish. You specifically. You're the only way I know how to get water.
Seconds.
You know, because just because this stalker's dumb doesn't mean he's not theoretically dangerous. He is a coward, though. We've conclusively demonstrated that. Alright, fiber mesh. Strong natural fiber. Comfy. And you can make a first aid kit out of that. So you just go and knife up the... You knife up the creep vines. You get, like, a lot of them out of a creep vine, so you can get, like, a lot of med kits, I would assume. We might as well use one of our med kits, because we did lose some HP. No reason to let us go all the way down before we... Alright, and then we drink some water. It's not ideal. Yeah, it's a lot tougher to get water than other things. But yes, my creature eggs are this greenish one and this reddish one. An unidentified egg and an unidentified egg. Oh, we have a bladderfish there. More water it is. Oh, we can get up to like 100 in the water? Yeah, it's just been low this whole time. Well, that's cool. Well, we've got our med kits now, and we know that we just need to get into a knife fight, you know. I guess that's all there is to do. Theoretically, like, get, I don't know, a flashlight, but I don't know if there is one. Oh, no. That hurt. Alright, those are just like little light swarms, it looks like. I don't think they really, We're just gonna get our scan on. More bladderfish for more water, very important. And we got our coral samples there. Everybody knows if you're a scientist, you hit some coral with a sword. That's how to do it. Say the darkness of the game is so spooky. Yeah, you know, it's, it makes me more afraid in the night, you know. In the daytime, it's like, oh, okay, you know, maybe there'll be a fish, whatever. But, like, not being able to see, you know, that one does it. We're just gonna go ahead and make some more water real quick. Yeah, we've just got like a bunch of junk that we don't need at all for like how to grow these things. I guess we can just go down and start growing them. You know, that would be a choice. No, it wouldn't be. If planted in the right conditions. So I guess we just drop all of them because I don't know. Table coral samples has trace precious metals in computer fabrication? Then why is it not letting me break them down into things? Alright, so you can make bleach out of coral tubes and salt. And then you can make the bleach into water. Don't try that at home. Ah, it's right there. Gold and copper wire, and then we can make a CPU chip. Got it. Well, in that case, we will put those things in there. A rotten creepvine sample. Great. Well, you know, that's what happens if you wait too long. I'm like, wait, no, that was the friendliest one. We're gonna hit this coral tube some for those samples. Is he here? Does he dare? No, just my imagination. You know, just because he's a coward doesn't mean he's not in my head a little bit, right? But the sun's coming up, and we've got way more resources for this day, and if he shows his little face around, you can bet we'll be running him down. Or at least trying our best to. This game's music is wonderful. So the red table coral is how you get the stuff for the computer parts. And this guy's gonna try to murk me. We're gonna have to manage to avoid them. Alright, so same old story. They're either trying to defend their territory or they are just really unpleasant. Yeah, it's like those evil bombfishes don't appreciate that all I want to do is figure out if I can turn them into food, water, or materials, and that it's nothing, like, personal, right? It's like, do I see him? No, that was just a fish. That was this big old guy. He's not mad at me though. He's just like, he's just doing his thing, you know. He's having a bit of an upset stomach. He's a big old guy, you know. He's got to eat a lot of life forms. It's a hard knock life for a big fish in this planet. There's probably a lot of people trying to mess with him. You know, before me and that stalker got into a knife fight. It's probably, you know, him he was gunning for all the time. Speaking of, shouldn't he be back around by now? Alright, so we need to find lead to make a radiation suit, and silver to make a high-capacity oxygen tank. You say I should go really far at some point? But the opposite way of the Aurora? Good advice. I will do it sometime. Probably. Aha. This is getting out of control. Now there are 3 of them. There's so many of them here. Will one of them be brave? That's my salvage. Mine. You know, I don't think they will. Maybe it's time to try to fight this shark. Ah! Tally-ho. He's trying to lead me into his clan's hunting grounds where there's a ton more of them. I'm not gonna be fooled. He'll be back. Right? Yeah. Couldn't stay away, punk. Yeah. Clean. Hit him with your tail! Come on! Be my pal! It's not to be. Come on now. Come on now. Ha! Missed me again. Until proven otherwise, I'm going to assume every stalker I fight is the same one. Yep. Turn. Come on now. Oh, you're just going to try to ignore me and steal the salvage? Seems sketchy. Yep. There's a whole bunch more in there. Fine. You lose this round. Come and see me again if you want to have a fair knife fight, you punk. Oh, you do? Yeah? Alright. Alright then, I didn't think you had it in you. Oh, running back home again. Come on now. It's what I get for thinking he had gumption. And if you're saying, are you really sitting around here trash talking to fish? Oh yeah. You know, that fish knows what he did. Fish didn't even wait for me to get a knife before it tried to make a move. That ain't right. Hey, Eddie Kagan. Fight the sand shark? Yes. You know, the sand shark is a courageous beast. He's not at all like the stalkers who will go away. That means we just be full of breath before we attack.
Seek fluid intake.
You're not my real computer. Come on, buddy. Let us do battle on this day. Oh yeah, he's all over the place. Oh no! There are two of them! Are you joking? Oh no, there are three. Okay. Well. That was a good fight to bail on early, right? That was a real good fight to bail on early. Yes, why should a man with the perfect mustache play Subnautica? The best way to describe things that I know. Oh, we dropped them onto the ground in here, even though I didn't think it let us do that. That's okay. I don't know where to find salt deposits. Alright. Now we got barely any water from that, and we don't have any more sources of it. Guess we'll just die. Let's start cutting all the things that exist and seeing if we find salt. Yeah, those are the same things we've been getting. That's not gonna help. Alright, there's this thing.
30 seconds.
Now we've gotten one of the fragments of sea moth, whatever that is. They're above me.
Oxygen.
Maybe we drown? Nope.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I can't. I don't have any. Wuss. I bet that fish can even see in the dark. Gonna turn back around, buddy? Yeah? Want some? Get some.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, need to get more water, like a lot more water before we mess around with anything else. Just so much more water. Which means really we need to find out where we think salt would be coming from.
Seek fluid intake.
Got a couple of them here. Alright, we're finding like tons of bladderfish now, which is excellent. We'll be able to actually get max water. They show up like kinda well against the darkness in a sort of bluish purplish, you can kinda squint and see them sort of way. And we'll just get this thing convinced and make a bunch of that.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, at last, we finally stabilized the vital signs. We're gonna need to make a bunch more boxes to put our trash into because everything in life makes me do that. Alright, nothing works. And we're not much closer to getting the repair tool than the day before, but the medical kit fabricator works automatically every day. And, you know, we can still come in here. You know, we can't go to sleep, but that's alright. Why would we want to anyway? Alright, let's go try to find something. Silver?
Kits are an essential component of
Nice.
modules.
Now I can get a, I think I can right away get a better oxygen tank, so we should just go ahead and check that. I think the silver was the only thing limiting me. If memory serves. Yeah, I just need a couple of glass, which I think I have. Couple more titanium, which... You know, we've probably got individual ones. I was like, do we break down an ingot? We've probably got individual ones in the chest outside. And then we pull our O2 tank off and swap it, probably. Where's the box? Was I supposed to have 4? I don't remember. Might have been 2. It was 4, but I already had a couple. Got it. Now we'll just unequip that, allowing us to get a highly compressed breathable air, high capacity oxygen tank. Oh man, I feel so fancy. With a regular capacity knife. And then a rebreather, which will let us, I guess, breathe anything we want. Well, a great success. We now have more than 2 minutes of underwater breathing. Awesome. Super awesome. We're just gonna cook these fish and get to going. We're just gonna continue on our practice of throwing stuff immediately on top of everything. This is what you do in a game if it doesn't make you automatically pick things up. Alright, now with an absolute ton of breathing time, we're gonna see if we can find salt or something cool. Hey, more copper. Can't beat that with a stick. Do we try to cut these things? It seems like a very sketchy area. Like, if you floated over a thing that was beautiful and red, you wouldn't want to. Is that a shadow? Oh, it's just like a little school, I think. That is a duo shadow, though. Okay, there we go. Oh, he came back and he brought a friend. Yeah, we outside right now. Miss me. Oh, now there are 3 of them. Okay. Alright. Just 3, or they got anybody else in the crew? Chump. The fastest glitchless speedrun is 52 minutes. That is so... You say that's quick. That's a long speed run. I mean, it's not the longest any percent I've ever heard of, but that's... I'm not saying that's a slow, like, time, you know. I'm sure it's very, very impressive. I don't know what even involves getting to the end of this game, but I'm sure it's a ton of stuff. But, it's a bit of time. Glitchless in 24. Yeah, yeah. Salt! We finally found it. So they have, like, magpie-like behaviors? Is that what's going on? They just, like... They're trying to collect all the wreckage, and they actually... Like, they have the rights to it, and it's me that's rude? How did he get that hit? Come on, now. Oh, is there another one around? I don't think that was the one that hit me, though. Come on now, come on. Oh, well, that's different. I don't know how I feel about that at all. I think we probably shouldn't go there. What on earth? Let me loot it! I deserve it! How dare you deny me my kill? This game has broken my heart. Life is empty now. I just thought I was gonna get like a tooth or something. Did I get a tooth or something I didn't know? No, I didn't even get a little tooth. I mean, what's it all for? Oh well, you know, we won the fight. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't the glorious victory I guess I had hoped for, if only there were metaphors about that. Very sad. I mean, not sad that we defeated our enemy, that was awesome. Sad that, you know, in the course of defeating our enemy, we didn't get rewarded with in-game items. It's like, it's so insulting. He won't even look at me trying to catch him. That was a sick move, though. Almost worked. I mean, not really. You never had me. You never had your car. Oh, boy. That is quite a creature, isn't it? Oh, that was a big old thing out there. It looks like a tyrannid. It's not a game anymore. All right, we're gonna back off a little bit. Yeah, you know, we found something that looked a little outside of our role in the food chain. That was a big old boy. Alright, well. Music in this game is wonderful. So this is that thing that was spitting out all sorts of death earlier. It seems like we wouldn't be able to go into it. Yeah, you think I didn't see you? I saw you. Oh, this is getting out of control. Now there are two of them. Ah, I thought I had that. Dodge another one. You know, with two of them in the dark, it's a little tricky. But if we could tag a hit on one, then it'll flee. And this one's already distracted by the prospect of stealing some of my salvage. Yeah, I see. You think I don't see you? You're the only thing I see. Unless that big old thing is in the distance again, which I think it is. Man, there's so many of them out here. I'm totally willing to do a one-on-one, but you look around, there's like 3 of them. You know, that's not sportsmanship. That's not cricket. The dial on the wall work? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so for batteries, we need copper, which I thought we just got some of. Maybe not. Oh, we made it into wire. But you know, you don't find copper in safe places. You find it in dumb places. Like with the kamikaze fish, you know, that's where you find it. Except we didn't, we just found an explosion, but you know what I mean. Like, that could have been what we needed. Wasn't. Could have been. Alright, we're gonna try to fight this sand shark again. Just this top one, not all three of them underneath. Come on now. I wish to do battle! But I don't see him anymore. Is that him? I don't think so. I felt like I was being very brave there, and then he wasn't around. Am I gonna look up and see like 8 of them? Yep. Miss me. You continue to miss me. Yeah, you're right. It was too scared. I am a scientist. Boom, baby. Now we understand everything. I mean, I haven't looked one time into those, but now we understand everything. I think that's a copper-bearing rock there. We'll get the knife out in case we have to have a knife fight over it. It was a titanium-bearing rock. On this world, titanium is much more plentiful than copper and less important. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But that is the case. Copper ore, just what we needed. Anyway. Some guys you can't scan at all. probably just doing it wrong. Yeah, it would speak to like a very interesting sort of cosmic story behind it, right? Like, is this whole world artificial? Found another egg. That's the reddish one. We've already got one of those. This is a very unique looking area.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
More eggs. Alright, so we still need more silver for the wiring kits. We need more everything for everything. Just a totally normal thing. It happens to most of the people. You know, it can get a little alarming, but I guess, yeah, you just gotta venture into these little hollows to try to find more. More equipment anyway.
Oxygen.
Yes, oxygen, that's right. Oh, right, I was out of it. I was like, yeah, oxygen, go upstairs, get some more. Nope, I was out of it. Well, there you have it. I died and lost some belongings. I died and lost all my belongings. Not my gear, though. Just all the stuff we'd been finding. Well, making it rather unnecessary to get the copper, but hey, you know, your stuff's still in your boxes. It's not all bad. Yes, RIP indeed. Is that stuff on top of the water over there? My man's being an absolute menace. You know, they're not used to being the hunted. They like to wait for their prey, but I am not the prey. If you drag me out here to a bunch of stalkers, then I'm gonna take back everything nice I ever said about your kind. You dang sand shark. You ain't nothing but a landlubber if you keep on going out here. Come on now. Fight me. Fight me. Not like that. He's dragging me out there to the big scary. Yet I'm too stupid to turn away. Yeah! Glorious. Do I not get anything? Look, far be it from me to tell other people how to live their lives, but can that really be good design? To have a game built around getting stuff, and then whenever I do a heroism, I don't get anything? What a bummer. I mean, I thought the first one could have been a fluke. But then the sand shark betrayed me as well. It's getting to the point where I don't even want to stick my salvage gun out and look at boxes underground. I'm still gonna do it though. We found another egg. This one was an even bigger one. Well, you know, just because we didn't get anything for defeating them doesn't mean it's not worthwhile. Yeah, there you go. We found an unidentified creature egg. Now we have 3 unidentified creature eggs. Feels good, you know. We've got some screenshots of random things that I accidentally took. And you can read about the stuff. They're attracted to titanium deposits to sharpen and stress the teeth. Anyway. They aren't helping me at all. Inedible but harmless. That's all very nice. Anyway. Yep, there you have it. That's Subnautica. You hang out on this planet, you swim around, and you try to pick stuff up. You know, it was a bunch of fun. I'll probably come back and play it one of these days. That moon is moving really quickly through the sky. But we'll just jump back in here. You know, it's certainly a choice to not let you just, like, chill in a chair for the light to come on again. But, you know, if you want people to do the day-night cycle, you probably want to give them no choice but to engage with it. Although, I mean, like, I suppose a player could just, like, stand in here. And be like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait for daylight again. That's not what we're doing. We're ending the stream. But anyway, yeah, that's all I've got for you right now. This game was fun, you know, it's pretty tense. It being all underwater rather than on land is like a really interesting sort of psychological wrinkle, right? Because the third dimension, you know, of like looking up in water is a much different dynamic than like, okay, even if there's like a bird type enemy that could swoop on you from above, it's like always straight up, but like in the water you really have the three dimensions. But yeah, a very cool game, a lot of fun, wonderful sound design. I wish I would have gotten rewarded for defeating my enemy, but you know, maybe I did it the wrong way. But that was a lot of fun, and you know, I definitely want to play it again one of these days. It's been on my list for a super long time, so I'm glad we were able to at least cross it off a little bit. But anyway, that's all I've got for you right now. Bye, Evan. Bye, Q. Bye, Sid. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed, and might be back playing Minecraft in like 30 minutes or something, but I gotta get something to eat and stretch my legs and stuff and make sure my laundry is on the up and up and all of that kind of thing. But yeah, I finally set up my boom mic stand and I changed my whole setup, and it looks like it's gonna snap one day and break everything. But you know, hopefully this sounds a little better, and hopefully the next time I play a game with the keyboard, it won't sound like, I don't know, how's that? Is that oppressively clicky compared to my voice? If I was typing like actual words, you know, if I was trying to talk over it, the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain, etc. But you know, not important. That's all I've got for you. Bye, everyone. Hopefully I can figure out how this whole sound and video nonsense works. Might take another 1,000 videos, but hey, what are you going to do? I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I encourage you to do the same. If I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.